Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go from KC. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, KC.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he'll take it on in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple of years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
Off the play fake. Smith. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And third down coming up. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun, it's Geno. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes forced out wide. Taking off. Big play for KC. Pickup of 46 yards.
Yeah, this is one of those cases, Mike, that the defense is so consumed with locking down all the receivers that they lose track of the quarterback. And after realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball, he tucks the ball down and not only picks up the first down, he picks up a huge chunk play.
On first down, it's Mahomes. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like it was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. That's to Kelsey on the tight end screen.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll go once more from the 3. 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. And he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He'll start at the 4. The Raiders offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Now he takes off. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
From the shotgun, Smith. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. A first down throw for Mahomes. He'll step up and run, and he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Play fake. Now the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
In this defense, they find themselves here just trying to stop the bleeding early. I mean, touchdowns on each of their opening possessions of the game, and at this point, they're just trying to find a way to get off the field. So that sack, it came at the right time.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Mahomes back. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Mahomes on 1st down. Into the middle, that's Kelsey. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Butker to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Working out of the gun, Smith, going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Gino. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Into the hands of Juju. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Here's Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He takes off. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that 1st down.
It's a big 11. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll send Worthy in motion. So, Halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Michael Dana brings him down. From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. In motion, that's Thornton. On 2nd down, Smith. He'll get this off to Genty. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 21. First down, Vegas.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Gino. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On 4th down, here's Smith. He gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to have a Raiders first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Smith going to keep this himself. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Run right up the gut with Genty. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Gino to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take this one in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Raiders get back in it. It is 21-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And mark him down up beyond the 30. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mahomes back. They'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Now it's going to be 3rd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
A 33-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this, I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
In motion, that's Thornton. On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, Smith. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And he will get into the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. He's got another one. his second touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders back within 10. It's now 24-14. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
10 at the 25-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
They'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 13, just over a minute 40 to play. How will this play out? We'll watch. They come up for 1st down. That's caught left side by Bowers. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Gino. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raider 1st down.
I love this decision here, Mike. 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup. This is teach tape. This is exactly how they teach defensive linemen to rush the quarterback. First order of business is obviously get a sack, get to the quarterback, disrupt the pocket. If you can't get there, get big in the throwing lane, and that's exactly why.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.